kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs.
Люди приїхали на транситу з лебідкою. ТР-0 сама така відважна команда. Поїхали.
addicted to a certain kind of sadness, like resignation to the end, always the end. So when we found that we could not make sense, well, you said that we would still be friends, but I'll admit that I was glad it was over. You didn't have to cut me off, make out like it never happened, but now we were nothing. And I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and that feels so rough. No, you didn't have to stoop so low, have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though, now you're just somebody that I used to know. this lifetime. You can be my pastime. Here are the rules of our play. In it together till I know you better. Darling, darling, now what do you say?
Ой, хорош.
If this ain't love, why does it feel so good? Why does it feel? Why does it feel? If this ain't love, why does it feel so good? If this ain't love, why does it feel so good? If this ain't love, why does it feel so good? Why does it feel so good? Will you remember me, boy? Remember me more than you. If this ain't love, why does it feel? Why does it feel so good? If this ain't love, why does it feel? Why does it feel so good? Why does it feel so When the sky is red, like a nosebleed, got a foreign with God's speed. I'll pray for you if you pray for me. Cover me in roses. When the sky is red, like a nosebleed, got a foreign with God's speed. I'll pray for you if you pray for me. Cover me in roses. Almost rename, we can call it foreplay. The kids are not alright. Wave your flag above me or fly me at the country. Let me be who I'm meant to be. When the sky is red, like a nosebleed, I'm trying to find that new disease. I'll pray for you if you pray for me. Cover me in roses. When the sky is red, like a nosebleed, got a foreign with God's speed. I'll pray for you if you pray for me. Cover me in roses. When the sky is red, like a nosebleed, got a foreign with
to feel something, just to feel something. Traveling in a fried-out combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. She said, do you come from a land down under, where women glow and men wonder? Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Buying bread from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. He said, I come from a land down under, where people slow and men chunder. Can you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Yeah. Can you hear the thunder? Oh yeah. You better run, you better take cover.
I got my head checked by a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel every metal, and I feel that I've been lost. When I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I never show when I need you. Please to meet you. I got my head done. I got my head done. When I was young, when I was young, it's not my problem.
close. Tell me how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel? Those who came before me lived through their vocations, from the past until completion. Filtered away no more, and I still find it so hard to say what I need to say. But I'm quite sure that you'll tell me just how I should feel today. What's the move? What's the move?
Masturbators, bitches all up in my shit. Living scared, you know you did. Walking around with a crippled leg, that bitch boy tried to tip my shit. Fucking with the rhythm kick. MAGNOLIA, that is where your ass will lay. You player haters on my dick, trying to put me in a kick. I fuck you twice, I fuck one more. All you cowards get the flow, these fellas in the game, knowing that they ass is blank. Big ass car, but still is blank. You gotta talk it, fuck it. When that smoke is in my nose, I be wanna kidnap hoes, talking shit about the click. You gon' get your ass kicked out. How about my fucking ride and put my Glock to your side, lock in the fucking trunk, and then I'll get this one. Now watch my 9mm go bang. Why da da dang? Why da 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 dang? Watch my 9mm go bang. Why da da
another one. Yeah. DJ Khaled.
Bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the fucking helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the fucking helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Ayy, shorty with the long text, I don't talk, ayy. Shorty with the long legs, she don't walk. Yeah, last year I kept it on the tuck. Ayy, 2020 I came to fuck it up. Yeah, I want a long life, a legendary one. I want a quick death and an easy one. I want a pretty girl and an honest one. I want this drink and another one. Yeah, and I'm troublesome. Yeah, I'm a pop star, but this shit ain't bubblegum. Yeah, you would probably think my manager is Scooter Braun. Yeah, but my manager with 20 hoes and Budokan. Yeah, ayy, look. Ariana, Selena, my visa. It can take as many charges as it needs to, my girl. That shit platinum just like all of my releases, my girl. Niggas come for me, I tear them all to pieces, my girl. I'ma show your sexy ass what relief is, my girl. Please don't take no shit that's about to have you geeking. And I'm not driving nothing that I gotta stick the keys in. Wonder how I got this way, I swear I got the bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the fucking helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the fucking helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Watch her, said she rep a whole different block, so I blocked her. Busy at the crib, cooking salmon with the lobster. If we talking joints, it's just me and David Foster. Bodyguards don't look like Kevin Costner, you tweaking. Just pulled up to Whitney, Houston, Texas for the evening. They tell the same story so much they start to believe it. The ones that start like Drizzy shit was cool, but we even. Man, how the fuck? 2, 4, 6, 8 watches factory so they appreciate. Crown in my hand and I'm really playing keep away. Shit don't even usually get this big without a Bieber face. Nah, piece of cake. Nah, Turks and cake. Yeah, go and get your friends, we can sneak away. Yeah, I keep her like I keep the faith. Wonder how I got this way, swear I got the bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the fucking helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the fucking helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor.
Cut some shapes, get right up in my space and shake. Step by step. Dance a little, move some more, push it back down to the floor and shake. shake it, shake it. Looking deep into my eyes, bend it back and do your best to break it, break it. Girl, you really look the part. Reach right out, you got my heart. Now take it, just take it, just take it, just take it.
there.
Apparently. They even lifted a little wheel on that. It's sweet.
We become what we think about most of the time. And that's the strangest secret. This is why thinking is so vital. This is why a goal is so important. Because we will become that. This is why people who set goals achieve them. The trouble with men is not in achieving their goals. They do that. It's in establishing them. I think it's good to remember that if we just go along with the crowd, we won't wind up with much more than the wish that we could do it all over again, and as far as we know, you can't. If we want to amount to anything as individuals, we need individual goals, individual thinking, individual action, and we must never conform to the big group.
Don't be a follower, be a student. Take advice, but not orders. Take information, but don't let somebody, order your life. Make sure what you do is the product of your own conclusion. Excellent note to make, not to do what someone else says. Take what someone else says, process it, think about it, ponder it. It makes you wonder, it makes you think, and it's valuable. Then, when you go take action, make sure that the action is not what somebody told you. Make sure the action is the product of your own conclusion.
And when the lights come down, I wanna feel you standing next to me. And can you hear me out? There's a lifetime in front of me. And when my time runs out, I wanna feel you standing next to me. Baby, I knew this time would arrive. I knew this time would come. Ever since I first looked in your eyes, I said you're the one. Oh my God, oh my God, tell me I'm the one. Oh my God, oh my God. I wanna feel you standing next to me.
How does your car always look like it's a Toyota ad? Everywhere you've taken this car and just parked it, you don't even have to turn the wheels or anything. Look at it. Look at the background. Look at it.
I wanna feel you standing next to me. Can you hear me now? There's a lifetime in front of me. And when my time runs out, I wanna feel you standing next to me. Baby, I knew this time would arrive. I knew this time would come. Ever since I first looked in your eyes, I said you're the one. Oh my God, tell me I'm the one. Oh my God, I wanna feel you standing next to me. Lights come down. I wanna feel you standing next to me.
To be what you might have been, by George Eliot. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. By Carl Jung. Care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner. By Lao Tzu. A fool is known by his speech and a wise man by silence. By Pythagoras. Our life is what our thoughts make it. By Marcus Aurelius. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. By Confucius. The quieter you become, the more you are able to hear.